Most e-commerce owners repurpose their best performing meta ads straight into Pinterest. The results: high costs, no clicks, no engagement, and no sales at all. We're going to break down why this happens and how you can actually turn this around really fast. My name is Magdalena. I've been running ads, Pinterest ads for e-commerce owners over the last 5 years. I've worked with a ton of different niches, and I'm pretty sure your audience is on Pinterest too, so we can turn those window shoppers into actual buyers for your product. And in this video series, we're talking about how to create ad creatives that actually sell. Winning ad creatives on Meta, so Facebook and Instagram and even TikTok, have a couple of components that work really well. The way that Instagram, Facebook, and also TikTok works is that people click on the home feed and your reel or your video is going to show up, and you're actually fighting to have better retention of the viewer. So to do this, you have hooks, visual hooks, sound hooks, textual hooks, and this is the way that you keep those people coming, like watching longer and longer, because they are entertained and they're constantly surprised or drawn into your content again. So if you keep in mind how your meta ads and your TikTok ads are getting that attention, why they are actually winning ad creatives, now you want to move to Pinterest and think about how people use the Pinterest platform. Sometimes people are on the home feed and scroll, but most people actually use that search bar at the top to type in a keyword because they're ready to explore different options of the product they're looking to buy, or they're looking for a solution but they don't know how to solve it yet, or maybe they do know how to solve it yet but they haven't decided on what option they're going to pick. And that's the moment that your ad is going to pop up if you set up your campaigns right. These are people who are not looking to be entertained and be sucked into like an entertaining, more engaging type of video. People are looking for a product. They want to get their problem solved, or they want to have that product they're looking to explore more options of handed to them on a silver platter. And that's the moment that people are ready to purchase. Keeping this in mind, and also keeping in mind what the Pinterest feed looks like on a phone, because most people are on their phone, but it's even more relevant on a desktop or a tablet, is that there's a ton of pins next to each other, and it's kind of looking like a collage or like little pebbles that exactly fit into each other. So your pin basically has two jobs now. First of all, stand out in this feed with a ton of other competing ad creatives and just normal organic creatives. You want to make sure that you're really speaking and you're really talking to those people who are ready to buy. There's so much around your pain that it needs to be really super clear. I know your pain. This is the product you want to purchase, and here it is. And you're just handing it on a silver platter using that pin design. So this is how your pin has two jobs. It has to stand out in the feed and compete with the other pins. It also has to really clearly sell your product so people know what the pin is about. They're not coming to Pinterest to watch videos. They're going to TikTok if they're in the mood for videos. They're going to Instagram Reels if they're in the mood for videos. People come to Pinterest to scroll images or quick videos, to get inspired, to understand how to solve their problem or how to fix that thing they're wanting to change, for example. And make sure that you are actually standing out in the crowd of all the pins, and you're going to have this pin actually do very heavy lifting for you. But you now also understand why your repurposed meta ad, even your best performer, will not work, because it has such a different, your ad creative on Pinterest has such a different purpose and such a way, like such a different job, because it's speaking to a different type of audience. It's speaking to people who are in a very different part of their customer journey. So you want to keep this in mind when you're creating those ad creatives. And while you probably, I don't know, because I don't run TikTok ads, but I think you can really well combine like or repurpose those kind of ads to the both of the platforms. You cannot really repurpose it to Pinterest because you're not going to speak to the search intent of your customers, and you're going to miss out on so many sales simply because people have no idea what you're selling and that your product is actually that solution they're looking for when they're searching on Pinterest. Now that you know this, if you have any ad creatives you want to repurpose from Meta, make sure you're looking at it with this lens and see, okay, does it actually fit these criteria and will this work for my product and for the audience on Pinterest? In most cases, it won't, but it will be really easy to create some pins that will actually sell. And if you're not in the mood to start testing or designing, you can grab my template pack below. These have been tested over the last 5 years and are my best performing pin templates specifically for e-commerce, specifically to convert to sales. So not to get traffic or be aesthetically pleasing, but to actually bring in sales. So you can snack that template pack below this video. In the next video, we're going to get into more of an understanding how to actually speak to that buyer psychology of Pinterest users and how you can easily implement this in your Pinterest ad design. So I'll see you in the next video.